In this video, I'm going to tell you which movies I think need sequels. Hey, it's me AP, and welcome back to another video. So, movies that need sequels. I'm sure we've all got our favourite movies out there, and some of our favourite movies don't require sequels. But I think some movies do need a sequel, and sometimes they don't get them. So in this video, I want to discuss some of my movies, my favourite movies, and some not so favourites, but movies that I think that need a sequel. So the first movie I want to talk about is John Carter. John Carter for me is a great movie, a great sci-fi movie, fantastic plot. I think it was really bigged up to be this new big franchise. People were, comparing it to Star Wars. It was really pumped to be everyone wanted this movie to be like this next big franchise movie, but unfortunately it didn't do that well at the box office, and it didn't really do that well with reviews. I personally really enjoyed this movie. It's a movie I watched on DVD after it came out of the cinema. I didn't watch it at the cinema, but I think I'm probably like a lot of people who didn't watch it at the cinemas, and I've watched it on DVD afterwards, and I've watched it a ton of times after I've first seen the movie. I really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic sci-fi story. I think it's very unique to a lot of stories out there. And, I believe this movie, as I said, it was planned out to be a lot more movies in it. It's based on a book series, and I know the book series has lots of books to the story series. So, it's a shame that they never made a sequel to this movie. And it's one of those, I don't foresee them ever doing any type of sequel. I think the way John Carter would work would be a TV show version, a big budget TV show. But it is a movie I would love to see at some point, a sequel to the original film with the original cast involved as well. And that is, hopefully one day we will get to see that John Carter sequel. So the next movie I want to speak about today is Green Lantern, and I know this is a sort of controversial choice of movie to discuss about movies needing a sequel, but I feel like Green Lantern could really do with the sequel treatment. Look at Ryan Reynolds is not the Ryan Reynolds he used to be now. Ryan Reynolds is a super massive big movie star now. When he made Green Lantern, he was nowhere near the A-list, at the level that he is now. He's done fantastically well over the past few years, and it really, his resurgence as an actor really began with the Deadpool movie, and from there, he's done lots of different movies, different acting roles, and he's proved that he's got the comedy chops, he's a good actor, and, he's a very fantastic artist. So for me, Green Lantern, again, it wasn't the best movie in the world. We all know this. Let's not beat around the bush here, but I think nowadays superhero movies can be done a lot better. And like with the Deadpool character, he played Deadpool in the original Wolverine spin-off movie first of all, and everyone despised that iteration of Deadpool. They liked Ryan Reynolds' acting performance in it, but when it was like the Deadpool with his face all sealed up, everyone despised it. No one was happy with it, and you would never have thought that we would get Ryan Reynolds then again years later playing the character of Deadpool in his own movie franchise. But it was a massive success. So why can't this happen with Green Lantern? The cast of Green Lantern was a great cast. It was a really good cast. You've got the foundation there. Why not do a sequel movie to Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds playing the part of Hal Jordan again, and really, make the Green Lantern movie that we all want to see. I love Green Lantern. He's one of my most favourite superheroes. So I want to see Ryan Reynolds given another shot at playing Hal Jordan and given another shot at being the Green Lantern. Next up on my list is Tron Legacy. I really enjoy Tron Legacy. I didn't enjoy the first Tron movie, but Tron Legacy, I thought this was just a fantastic viewing experience. First of all, the soundtrack. The soundtrack by Daft Punk. This is one of the best movie soundtracks, scores you could ever want from a movie. It is magnificent. If you've never listened to the soundtrack, definitely, get on Spotify, give the soundtrack a listen because it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But the movie is also a really good movie. If you're into sci-fi movies, Tron Legacy is for you. So why have we not had a sequel? First of all, a sequel for Tron Legacy has been discussed for years since it's been released. A few years ago, they were all saying yes, this is going to happen, and it all got quietened down again. More recently, it's been talked about again that they were going to do a sequel, and at this moment in time, obviously with what is going on in the world, plans I imagine have all been put on hold for big sequels for movies like Tron Legacy, Tron, and the Tron franchise. So we might see it. I hope one day we will see it. I hope we see it as a continuation of the story that has been told in the first two movies, because that would be great. I don't really want to see a totally new story. I would love to see where we go with the son of Flynn, and see where we go with that. But again, it's a movie I would really like to see a sequel for at some point, and I think it is deserving of a sequel because this movie is really underrated in my opinion. Men in Black is one of my favourite franchises of all time. I really enjoyed the first movie. The second movie wasn't that bad, and I know I don't think the third movie is like a beloved movie of the franchise, but I thought the third movie was quite good. I really enjoyed the time travel element to it, and I know with Men in Black series now they've done the spin-off movie with Chris Hemsworth and the other actor out of the Thor Ragnarok series, and Men in Black International was okay, but I didn't feel like it had the same. It didn't have the same feel as the first three movies for me. And what I would really like to see is, a Men in Black 4 with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. I want to see that, or if anything, maybe, I get it, you want to build for the future of the franchise, maybe have like a combination of like all the characters from International and the first three movies as well. But give us a sequel to Men in Black 3, what includes Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as characters, because they are so vital to this franchise, and I just want to see another round of them in the Men in Black series. I can't wait, and I hope it does happen one day. The next movie I want to discuss is G.I. Joe Retaliation. So this was the second movie in the G.I. Joe franchise, and this one was really a big hitter. It included The Rock in the franchise. This was big money. He had Bruce Willis briefly in the franchise in this movie. So, it was really building up. It felt like they wanted G.I. Joe to be like this big Fast and Furious franchise. But G.I. Joe, I think it's not. Don't think it done bad money at the box office, but it's not done enough money to guarantee it an automatic sequel. Now I know they are currently filming, or maybe they've wrapped up the Snake Eyes spin-off movie, but this is going to be an origin, and it's as far as I know, it's going to be its own sort of thing rather than this main two movies what we've seen in the G.I. Joe movie franchise so far. So, will we get to see a G.I. Joe 3? Because that is the movie I want to see. I want to see it with the characters that have been brought in for the second movie, and maybe some of the characters from the first movie as well. I felt like G.I. Joe 2, they've got it, they started to get it right. A lot with with Cobra Commander, the look, the visual look of the characters, it felt more like accurate to the toy line and to the original TV show as well. And that's what I liked. I really enjoyed that. I liked the look, what they were going for in G.I. Joe 2 Retaliation. So I would like them to build upon that, because I think there's more stories to be told here. I think it could be, if they really wanted it to be, I think G.I. Joe could be as big as any other franchise in the world. I think it's got the potential though. I really do. You look at Fast and Furious. It was never big until Fast 5 come along, when The Rock joined. That's when it really picked up, the horsepower, and really, went riding high. I'm throwing in loads of car puns here. But G.I. Joe, I think it has that potential as well. But whether it happens, who knows? But it is a sequel I would love to see at some point. G.I. Joe 3. The last movie I want to speak about today is Dredd, starring Karl Urban. So this movie, I wasn't massively sold on it when it came out. I really enjoyed the Sylvester Stallone movie from the 90s, his version of Judge Dredd. And I was really excited to see what they were going to do with the character in this movie. I watched it initially, and I wasn't massively fussed on the story. I thought the visuals weren't for me. And I spoke to a lot of people, a lot of friends, and they were saying, you know, this is a really good movie. I don't know why you don't like it. And I thought, I don't know. I don't see what other people have seen in this movie. And maybe a few months later, I've watched it again, and I've watched it a few more times since that initial first viewing. And I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the parts of the story and the visuals that I initially didn't enjoy. And I've come to really appreciate, you know, the visuals and the story of Dredd. And it is a movie that I would really enjoy seeing a sequel of. And, you know, it's whether that happens, it depends now. Because, you know, I think Karl Urban at this moment in time, he is big time into The Boys. You know, he's starring in The Boys TV show. It's a massive TV show, and I imagine it takes up a lot of filming at this moment. And, you know, there's been talk for a few years about them doing a Mega City 1 series featuring Dredd. So whether his character would feature, who knows? It's up in the air at this moment in time. So could we see a Dredd 2? Sure, we could see. You know, I'm sure he could maybe block out a few months spur to film a Dredd 2. He's probably filming other movies as well. But is there a demand for it? Now, this movie didn't do that well at the box office, but afterwards, a lot of people, I imagine, have bought this physical media-wise. It's been a very it's become sort of a cult classic movie. It's got a big fan base behind it. A lot of people want to see this sequel. So hopefully one day we will see a Dredd 2. I'd love to just see, you know, this movie was based in this apartment block. I'd like it to go outside of like an interior building. I want to see, you know, a whole cityscape in the next movie. You know, see multiple characters. I think that's what I really enjoyed about the first Dredd movies. The world, it felt big, it felt large, whereas the first Dredd movie felt very small. So what I want to see in a sequel, I want to see a larger sequel with more characters and just more of the world around Judge Dredd. If you enjoyed this video today, please do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more movie related content, and please do make sure you click on the notification bell as well. And if you want to support this channel more so, you can check out the Amazon affiliate links below. If you click on them links and purchase something through them, a small percentage of the sale goes to supporting myself and the channel, and it is much appreciated, all the support you offer me. So there we go, they are the movies I think that require a sequel, that need a sequel at some point in human history, and hopefully these movies will get a sequel one day. But let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know if you think these movies do deserve a sequel, or if you think otherwise. Let me know what movies also that you think need a sequel, or movies that you would like to see sequels of as well. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.